Hello and welcome to World Talks. Now we are focusing on the future of AI. I'm Anna Kalczyńska. Good morning. It's been a busy week in Paris as the Artificial Intelligence Action Summit ramps up, co-chaired by French President Emmanuel Macron and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The summit took place as countries such as the US and China race for AI dominance. Where is Poland in this transformative reality? Well, it's not developing its potential despite strong credentials in technology research, experts warn. To understand the risks of the Silicon Curtain that may impede inward investments, and to hear the latest from Paris, we're joined now by Szymon Łukasik, Director, NASK AI Safety Research Center and Professor at University of Science and Technology. Good morning, sir.
Good morning from Paris. Thank you for the invitation.
And thank you for joining. So let's begin with the main takeaways from the summit. We hear the UK and the US refused to sign the International AI Declaration. Why? Was there a common ground between the two, UK and the US, for this abstention?
I'm not a politician, so I cannot cover extensively this situation, explain it. Reading between the lines, I would say that it was in fact a U.S. decision, and President Vance in his speech highlighted that Europe is going towards excessive regulation, and he also doesn't like the approach to misinformation, that this fight against misinformation is going too far, introducing censorship to the internet. So I would say this official stance is that AI should be more developing faster, I would say, developing more without strict regulations, and that's probably why US has not signed this deal, this official statement, I would say, because in technical dialogues we've had with the American representatives and UK representatives, everything in terms of AI safety research, at least going according to the previous plans. So we are doing our job.
So most influential people met in Paris to talk about the future of AI and talk about development of the world, basically. And I think we have here two different philosophies: a pro-growth American one, deregulated AI, and another approach represented by President Emmanuel Macron, who sees a need for regulations in terms of ethical AI. Don't you agree? And who is right in those two approaches? Which one should be prioritized?
I think we need to find a path in between. That's the harsh reality that neither of these roads is the perfect one. Because without strict regulation, without any regulations, we will not create a AI which is safe and able to be trusted. But on the other hand, the development of algorithms has to be possible in terms of engineers need to be more involved in developing than looking at regulatory frameworks so carefully. So I think the path in between, and nobody in reality expects that we will take one road or the other. It's just a matter of negotiating the situation.
I'd like to ask you also about the speech by Vice President J.D. Vance, who was quite blunt, I must say, in Paris, saying, join us on the development of AI. However, the EU hears the tightening of the screw on American tech companies. And we think this is unacceptable. This will also be not beneficial to all EU citizens. So how was this speech received?
Yeah, it was a very strong, bold statement by President Vance, I would say I could suspect that one of the reasons that UK didn't approve the statement is that, for example, AI safety research, on which UK is strongly focused and has very good results on that, it depends actually on the cooperation with the American companies, which are predominantly developing the most advanced AI models. So in fact, we are not saying that straight, but US is leading this race and is shaping the direction to which AI goes. So the statement was in fact important in terms of reading between the lines that EU should be less strict towards American big tech companies developing models. That's the argument of President Vance. And on the other hand, so this regulation should be less strict according to him. And he also highlighted this information about misinformation. So that was one of the most important takeaways for us, for NASK, involved heavily in misinformation detection.
So what is the main takeaway for you from this summit? Some experts were calling for a joint action on EU level and worldwide level, basically, but this apparently is not going to take place. We have already 2 countries who have a separate veto option. And how about Europe? Is it going in the right direction, according to you? Is it enough, the declaration that has been signed by the signatories?
It's difficult to judge. I mean, we at technical level, we are doing our job. We're trying to develop some standards, trying to cooperate on global grounds. So so I would say this effort is going well. But I would say you will try to revise some of the regulations, I guess. I mean, I think that the main takeaway is that we had to listen not only to governments but also to users. And luckily, I would say that Poland is, while drafting the latest regulations on implementing the AI Act, is listening to remarks. I've read that the newest law is including the comments of businesses, and it's more suitable for them. So the second takeaway is just try to see what will happen with the US stance towards AI, because I think right now we're in the transition period. I talked with some American friends, and they said to me, "We'll see how it goes, in which direction we're going."
The Polish government announced its plan to invest 1 billion euros in developing domestic artificial intelligence this year, but lagging behind to describe the level of invested money is an overstatement if we compare it to the level of spending by the EU or by US. So what could Poland do to raise up to its potential?
Well, first of all, if you would look at the stories of the most successful companies in this area, they were in fact not state-backed. So basically, most of these innovations come from business. So what Polish government could do is support business more effectively, not directly invest in AI, and I think that's the main point. And of course, this investment in general is important, especially in science and research. But I guess then the creating an environment for innovation is something really important. We cannot compare the direct level of money going into this bucket because we're a country of we're not saying about populations, but anyway, we are much smaller country in terms of the R&D sector. And we don't have a lot of experts in this area. So of course, this science and education should be our primary effort.
Mm-hmm. And how about attracting investment? Do you think that tax deductions, for instance, on electricity or perhaps data storage in Poland, that could be a way of bringing more money into this very sector here?
Yes, well, we would like to be not only users of technology but also developing them. So I guess that attracting foreign businesses in terms of really moving in and trying to do something here, it's a wise direction. We had some companies which took that path. Recently, 11 Labs was one of the important company which moved some of its operations to Poland. So it's really nice to see that because we think as a Polish research community that this cooperating with this kind of entities is really profitable for both sides. I mean, we can present our students, our researchers, use cases which are practical. So I guess yeah, that would be something to think about. But we have to remember about our own well-functioning companies who are trying to go abroad. So maybe also support for those who are here and would like to extend the operations abroad. That would be something interesting to think about. And also talents. That's the thing we have to look carefully at, because we have many successful Olympians at the computer science and mathematics level. And while looking at their careers, we see that some of them really do not continue the educational path here. Of course, it's a combination of different factors, but I think we should be more attractive to them as well.
Thank you so much. Szymon Łukasik, Director at a NASK AI Safety Research Center, was our guest this morning. Thank you so much, bringing you this conversation live from Paris and Warsaw. So that concludes this edition of World Talk. Thank you so much for watching, but please stay tuned to TVP World for more news and more commentary.